Yeah, I feel like. Do you have any like inspirations when it comes to like designing or anyone in the fashion world that you kind of look up to?
Um, for sure, Stussy. Stussy, I love that brand.
Mm.
Like I think they do a bunch of good work, a bunch of dope work. Like they have a bunch of I really like lately too. They have a bunch of collaborations. I don't know if you've seen, but they've been doing a bunch of dope stuff out there, collaborating. But I really look for them for inspiration just because of their font, like that Stussy font
Mm.
that they have. That one's so sick.
Yeah,
I've tried to make my own like that, but it's just different.
yeah,
But yeah, bro, for sure, Stussy, Stussy's dope. Even like their jackets to their like the idea that they have their own font, like their own
mm.
letters, their own alphabet, and then that's so sick. For sure, like their colors are dope, their cuts are dope. I think they're just dope, bro. In
Yeah.
general,
That's
yeah.
good.
Stussy, I look up to them for sure.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, oh, you always someone that was into fashion?
Honestly, no, I wasn't.
No.
I didn't really tap into this realm until like later on. I didn't really think about it until I think it was around the time I was starting the brand and the stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I was into shoes because of basketball.
Mm,
Like
okay, that makes sense.
yeah, basketball
I feel
got
like
me into
basketball
shoes.
always gets you into shoes.
Yeah, because like, oh, you need good shoes. Like, let's say for just grip, right? Like to not be slipping around and stuff like that.
Like,
or like
oh,
even
you
comfort.
got the Kyries.
Yeah, like even for comfort and stuff like that.
Oh, that's something that you had. You had
Yeah.
the Kyries. You got
Yeah.
them from the. Are you still keeping up with them?
Oh no, I stopped at I stopped at 3. I stopped at 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What is he at now? Like
Oh, I don't
7
know,
or
bro.
something?
I think so. I think he's up there.
Yeah.
I think he's up
But
there.
I remember that you got the Kyrie ones, the twos, the
Yeah.
threes, like
And
when
I
they
stopped
would
at the
first
threes.
come out.
Yeah, I stopped at the 3s.
Okay.
But yeah, for sure, shoes. I was into shoes for a minute because of basketball, and then from there, it felt like it just evolved. And like shoes and like to like outerwear, hoodies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like the designs on your hoodies or like the cuts on your hoodies or like the way it fits you. I felt like afterwards I started leaning more into what I wear too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I feel like I'm never really big into like fashion, but I could see how someone could get into it very quickly.
Yeah.
Just how you mentioned, it starts off with shoes. And I remember like watching all these YouTubers that would speak about shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and then like all of a sudden it turned kind of into like fashion.
Like your pants now.
Yeah,
you know?
because now it's like, how do the pants look on these shoes?
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then it goes with, oh, okay, you gotta wear this jacket so it doesn't look weird with these
Yeah,
pants
yeah.
on, and then out of nowhere you just become a whole like fashionista, and you start seeing these different pieces that you gotta wear together.
Yeah, then some of them fit you like longer or like
Mhm.
for different occasions or whatever, like dress up or like dress down, casual,
Mhm.
different fits, or like this jacket makes you look too casual or whatever,
Yeah.
something like that.
That's something that I'm seeing now that I'm kind of transitioning to kind of more of like formal clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And I do remember like pre-pandemic era, it was definitely more formal in terms of you gotta wear dress shoes, you gotta wear your slacks, this and that. But now I'm kind of seeing like people in the office wear like even Air Forces, or they're wearing like Chucks with jeans, and it's starting to be like more
Like just
more calm, more everyday type of style, which I think it's good. And then it leaves kind of, well, I feel like a suit is always going to be universal, but I just don't know to what extent, maybe for a lawyer or something, or maybe high ups in the company.
Yeah, I've always said I would always want to wear a suit, like like daily. Like I
Oh,
would be
really?
down. If I could, I would, right?
Yeah.
But I have nowhere to wear a suit, so I'm not gonna do that. But if I could, I would. I feel like I don't really remember, but back in high school when they made us do like the interview, and you had to dress up and stuff like that. Like I remember there was a point where I dressed up for like a week straight for different reasons, bro. I like had that
Like
senior
final
interview.
presentation,
Yeah,
senior
senior
interview.
interview, that something like 3 times in a row, and I was like, bro, I guess pretty sick. I liked it, like, but right now I had no reason to. But I remember that, and I was like, that's when I was like, I should dress up more. It feels nicer, you know?
Yeah, it does.
It does.
I mean, it goes back to you look good, you feel
Oh
good,
yeah,
you do good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
For sure.
I remember I had no type of formal clothes back then. I remember when we had the football banquet for us.
Yeah,
I took like a button up, but it was a short sleeve. And then in terms of a jacket, it was like a windbreaker. and then just jeans and sneakers, and that was like my formal type of dressing.
I know. I used to have a bunch of chinos, so that kind
Oh,
of
really?
makes it. You
Nice.
can kind of dress them
Yeah.
down and dress them up. Yeah.
That's
And it was
good.
just the button ups on top, and then surprisingly, I had ties, like ties that fit me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
but my dad had the fat ones,
Oh,
like the really big
yeah.
ones. So then I would prefer the skinny ones just because they look better.
Is your dad a bigger guy?
He's taller. He's
Okay.
taller. Yeah.
He's taller than you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
So he had the really fat ones. So he had a bunch of those. But then looking through his pile of stuff, because that guy has a lot of clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So then looking through his pile, he had like the thin ones, thinner ties, and then I would wear those with the clip, the tie clip.
The tie bar.
The tie bar. There you go. Yeah.
You know, something like, because you know how, you know, our parents, they be holding stuff from the 90s sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder if we've gone into where we're gonna have a piece that's gonna last us through adulthood and like 20, 30 years from now, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think is something now from your style that you feel like you'll wear at no matter what age?
Oh, a jacket. For
Jacket?
sure, bro.
Like this
Yeah.
type of jacket that you have?
Yeah, a jacket. I think any kind of jacket. I think recently, bro, I've been on a wave of just jackets, bro. I
Oh,
think
really?
I have a bunch of jackets now. Maybe too many that I shouldn't have, you know. But I think a jacket is always dope because you can dress them up, you can dress them down.
Yeah.
You can also wear them over stuff. Like you can wear a hoodie and then put on a jacket, right? And it feels normal. Especially now that it's cold.
Yeah.
I would want to wear a hoodie or a crew neck and then just put on a jacket. But I feel lately I've transitioned from hoodies to jackets.
Okay.
I'm a jacket guy now.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. No, but I do agree with you with that because, for example, now that you're wearing this jacket, I could totally see that. Like in instead of wearing like a blazer,
Yeah.
you could wear a suit with that jacket. on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you
like
could
this
just
one,
wear
yeah.
it with a t-shirt.
Uh-huh.
You could wear it under a hoodie or under a crew neck.
Yeah.
Like, it's so universal.
Yeah. Jacket for sure, bro.
That's good. Do you think that? What do you think about the fashion trends that are coming up? Do you think? Or do you support like fast fashion or no?
I think it's cool. I think it gets the job done. Not gonna lie. But if someone's interested in like longevity for like clothing, then I think maybe they should stick away towards that because sometimes it can be good for the moment, like it's like $20, $30, but then like a couple wears or a couple washes, sometimes it won't.
No.
It will either it won't fit the same or it just won't last that long.
Yeah.
So sometimes it is true that they say like if you invested a little more, like the piece will last you longer.
Will last you longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I don't mind it, like
yeah.
fast fashion. I don't mind it. I think it's dope. Sometimes they have some cool stuff, like some cool little temporary pieces for the winter, for the summer.
And then I think it's kind of crazy how nowadays, like, because fast fashion is so popular and it's like it's everywhere, right? It's at the malls, it's online, it's what's being thrown out at you, that it feels like sometimes people just get pieces and then they don't wear them, or they get pieces and they wear them for this event and then they don't, or they wear them for like this Instagram post and then they don't wear them no more. And I feel like that's something that used to be kind of I guess not like that in that form.
Yeah.
It used to be like, oh, you gotta wear this jacket for the whole winter. You know?
Yeah.
Or you have your winter coat and then every year you take that one out. But now with like social media and like all these different celebrities like trying to come out with like the new type of style this winter, I feel like that's why it's become that popular, right?
Yeah, I guess exclusivity. Yeah, that too maybe. Because like let's say for example, this jacket came out this winter, and it's like that's the only time it's gonna come out or whatever, and like that's why people want it more, or for other reasons like they like that brand or whatever. But yeah, I grew up that way too. Like, oh, you only had this nice jacket for like the winters or whatever. Like that, you know. Or
you're gonna start school. Here's some new shoes. You gotta make them last the whole year.
Yeah.